true cost to the merchant in the acceptance of the payment. Deputy Speaker, this bill will have a particular impact in my electorate of Braddon, and you would be aware, and others in the chamber would be aware, that my electorate, whilst it's a beautiful island and a magnificent part of the world covering the northwest coast of Tasmania, my constituents, the people of my electorate, can't simply jump in a car and go to Melbourne or Sydney quickly like many of the people on the mainland can. They have to fly or spend a day or night on the magnificently reinvigorated spirits of Tasmania that leave the beautiful city of Devonport in my electorate and head to Melbourne each and every day. And as I remarked earlier, airlines are notorious for excessive surcharges on car payments. So, Mr Deputy Speaker, in thinking about how this bill will help the people of Braddon, I did some minor research. Whether my constituents fly out of Wynyard, Devonport, or dare I say it, in Launceston, which is in the electorate of Lyons, the airport there, they will have to pay either a percentage-based or flat-fee surcharge if they book online. 3 of the big airline companies have flat-fee surcharges on these flights. The lowest of these surcharges is a flat fee of $7. The highest surcharge is $8.50. Given the people in my electorate have no option but to fly using these services most of the time, it's highly unfair that they must incur these additional charges every time they seek to leave the island. And that is why this government is committed to doing something about it. The Competition and Consumer Amendment Payment Surcharges Bill of 2015 gives the Reserve Bank the power, as I said, to regulate this surcharging so that it cannot be excessive compared to the actual and real cost of processing the payment to the merchant. The bill, as I said, also gives power to the ACCC to fine companies who continue to rort or to charge excessive fees once the ban is in place. I do fully acknowledge, though, Mr Deputy Speaker, as I think all of us should, that there is nothing to stop companies adding a few dollars onto the price of all their goods that they sell to compensate for the lost revenue as a result of the change in this legislation. Again, the client, the customer, is king, and I would say to people, be very careful. My constituents in particular are very astute and they don't like to be price gouged, but I do acknowledge that this practice could in fact take place as a subsequent result of this change in legislation. However, I think they'll have to do it honestly, and the people of Braddon will be able to shop around, as I said, for the cheapest fare or product, rather than having to take into account sneaky surcharges. Mr Deputy Speaker, I hope the passage of this bill will restore trust and integrity in the electronic payment systems in our economy, and more importantly save the people in my electorate and all over Australia some of their hard-earned money.